Hi everybody, Robbie Cox here with another week's edition of Tuesday Tidbits. We've decided we're going to put these videos together to keep you up to date as to what I'm working on, what you can expect next, and where I'm going to be. First, I want to apologize for this being a recorded video. If you remember, we wanted these to be live so that you could interact with me, ask your questions as the video is going on and everything else, except when we did it, we did not realize that I'd be in Gainesville this week helping one of my sons move into a new apartment. So, apologize for the recorded video. Leave me your comments and questions below and I'll be sure to get to them. I answer your questions next week. So let's get on with what's happening. What am I working on now? I have this book that I keep with me that is a calendar, and in it I keep track of everything that I write. I keep track of how many words a day I write. I keep track of how many chapters I revise, how many chapters I edit. I keep track of different releases and everything else. What I realized today was that I actually put my hands on 4 different manuscripts. I worked on the beta notes for Taming Carla. I worked on revisions for Behind the Mask. I typed in the final revisions and first edits for Second Light, and I put 3,400 words into Under the Wrapping. Each of these stories will be released this year. It's going to be a busy last 6 months, like I said last week. So what's coming out next? Waiting Room. It's coming back from my editor any day now, and when it does, we're going to it's already about ready to put together. Just need to fix whatever she's finds that I screwed up and get it out to you. It's a short little novelette about the size of one of my fangirl stories. Follows the course of a teenage boy, college boy, who gets caught in an accident after his girlfriend told him she didn't want to be with him anymore, and then his entire family and his friends wind up in the surgical waiting room, and we see all the inner struggles and turmoils of their relationships and the way that they go about trying to mend those while they're waiting to see if Terry is going to make it out of the surgery or not. Now, that brings me to what's coming out also. It's already out actually, is Behind the Mask. It's for pre-order right now, 99 cents until October 3rd when it goes live, and it'll be $2.99. So you want to get to Amazon and get your copy now so that it shows up right there on your Kindle on October 3rd. Now, let's talk about the questions that people have asked. Both these questions, again, come from my Rascals. And if you haven't joined my Rascals yet, Robbie's Rascals on Facebook. It's a private group. It's just a bunch of readers and myself and some other authors. We get together, we give giveaways, we play games, we talk about books. And we'd love to have you in there with us. But Kathy, one of my Rascals, asked, how do I like my coffee? I have been known for decades about drinking a lot of coffee. And I drink about 2 pots a day, to be honest with you, and I like it straight from the pot into the cup. I drink it strong, hot, and black, and I use it whenever I'm writing. It's either coffee in the morning, water, or Jameson at night. That's basically how it goes. Then Terry Wilson asked, what's going on with Richard? She was referring to Richard Bartlett of the Warrior of the Way series. And what's going on with him right now is the 3rd book, which will be in first draft form next month, is the one I'm working on. It's almost halfway finished now, as a matter of fact, The Warrior's Blade. But what's even more is there's 2 more books after that, Siren Song and The Gaze of Stone. Now, The Warrior's Blade will be released in January, and we're excited about that. He's been a fun character to deal with, and there's so much going on in that world of Harbor City that we met witches in Lore Master that are going to get their own series, The Cauldron Coven, and the first in that series, Summerland, is already being outlined and the character sketches drawn up and everything else. And then if you've read Lore Master and you fell into a love-hate relationship with Richard's brother, Carl Bartlett, then you may be excited to know that he's going to get his own book. Him and the 2 elves that stand guard over him are going to find their own stories where Carl gets himself into trouble and the elves have to pull him out. So it's going to be fun to deal with a little scoundrel there himself. Anyway, that's what I'm working on. That's what's happening. I hope that you leave me a question and we get to know each other a little bit better. Until then, I'll see you next week for Tuesday Tidbits.